The violent assault on law enforcement, particularly border enforcement, has become out of control, a threat environment that has literally never existed. Look in just the last few days. On Saturday in Portland, Oregon, the ICE facility there has been constantly under violent attacking the officers on a near daily basis. Saturday really got out of hand. But let's go to Friday, July 4th in Alvarado, Texas. You had 10 individuals now charged with attempted murder of a federal immigration official because they fired more than 20 to 30 shots from an assault rifle while wearing body armor on those ICE officers, shooting one in the neck, fortunately going to survive. And then Monday, just before 6 a.m. at the Border Patrol Annex facility in McAllen, Texas, an individual charged it with an assault weapon. Border Patrol officials were able to put that individual down. He is now deceased, but it wasn't before that individual shot a McAllen police officer in the leg. He also able to survive. These are just 3 of the violent attacks in the last 3 days. It's all part of a disturbing trend supported by DHS data, which you can see here shows assaults on ICE and other immigration officers are this year up almost 700% compared to this time last year. Joining us now to discuss, retired Border Patrol Chief Chris Clem. Chris, I've been with you. We covered the last 4 years, but now we seem to be in an environment that has never been more dangerous for Border Patrol agents or ICE officers. Why do you think we're here? Why does this exist, and why isn't more being done to stop it?
Well, good morning, Griff. And you know, it's a tough topic to talk about when you're talking about loss of life, because there's no law enforcement agent or officer that ever wants to take somebody's life, but they're trained to do so if necessary. I have to say a lot of this has to do with the left-wing propaganda, the stuff you hear from Democratic leaders, some of the mainstream media. You know, all they're saying, talking bad about immigration enforcement. And the incident that happened yesterday is a prime example of when you mess around, you find out. Border Patrol agents are trained to run to the sound of gunfire. You don't come to a Border Patrol facility and think you're going to get out, scot-free. What happened yesterday is unfortunate. It shouldn't happen. And the media, the Democratic leadership that are anti-immigration enforcement need to tone it down, or unfortunately, some of these things are going to continue because you got people that are just falling into this propaganda, wanting to make martyrs of themselves. I mean, we'll get more of the background on this individual, but, you know, Call of Duty has a reset button. Real life, it doesn't. And that unfortunately, that person met his demise yesterday.
Yeah, he apparently had a fascination with playing the video game Call of Duty. And it is interesting. You're right. He did find out the consequences because that specific Border Patrol Annex houses a Special Operations Division, which is the elite of the Border Patrol, BORTAC and BORSTAR agents in there. But do you share, Chief, Tom Homan's sentiment that if this continues, it's only a matter of time before an officer or an agent is killed?
Yeah, I mean, that's unfortunate, right? Statistically speaking, if you're going to continue to have these continuous assaults, these threats, these ambush type situations, you know, there's going to be an incident that happens where an agent or officer could lose their life. But I'm going to tell you this. I can speak from experience. Border Patrol is highly trained. The law enforcement partnerships that we work with are highly trained. We're prepared for these situations. But again, the numbers, when you look at what's happening in LA, when you see other facilities where they ambush officers and agents, you know, it is going to be a statistic that's going to be a problem. However, vigilance is key to our, esprit de corps and our mission with the Border Patrol. And they're definitely going to be on alert, but they're going to be ready for it.
Yeah, and Chief, coast to coast, whether it's LA Mayor Bass out there obstructing federal law enforcement being carried out, to Hakeem Jeffries, who is the minority leader of the Democrats in the House, just standing in total opposition. Why, in the last 30 seconds I've got, why don't they see the need to cross political lines and protect officers?
You know, that's a hard question to answer because I can't understand the ideology and the thinking of somebody that way. These are federal lawmakers, or at least Jeffries is. And then you have Karen Bass, a former congresswoman, now a mayor of a major city, that is not looking at integrity and accountability of enforcing the law and upholding the law. So it's like they've dug their their trenches and they're staying with it. They have the American people spoke on this last election.
Yeah.
They are for immigration enforcement. Cooperation will save lives and bring the integrity back to the system that we all want so well.
You're right. We've got to leave it there. Former Border Patrol Chief Chris Klim, thank you for your time.
You got it. Thank you.
All right.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.